Good morning. It is Saturday morning, November 14th, 2020, and it's time for your morning walk with me, Sophfronia. I'm thinking about hope. We just had our first virtual open house for the Alma College MFA in Creative Writing, and we had almost all of our faculty read. They did fabulous readings, and in one of them, someone quoted a person as saying, "Hope will kill you." And that just struck me. I'm actually talking about hope tomorrow for a talk that I'm doing for Christ Church in Greenwich. And it's based on my essay, Hope on Any Given Day. And I'm thinking about the Shawshank Redemption, where Andy says that hope is the best of things and that you hold on to it. So, is one more true than the other? That hope is the best of things, but also hope can kill you? I think it may not have anything to do with hope at all. I think it might have to do with what we do with hope. Maybe what we do to it. I believe it was Emily Dickinson who talks about how hope is the thing with feathers. And to me that means it is like a bird, something that you have to hold very gently. And I think what we tend to do with hope is that when we hope for very specific things. We want what we want, right? Like now, we're hoping for the pandemic to be over, and we're hoping that things will go back to exactly the way they were before. But is that realistic? Are you holding on to something that you insist on happening only to set yourself up for a disappointment that it's not going to happen in that way? Do we crush hope by holding it too tightly? Now, that's not to say that you can't hope for amazing things and you can't hope for big things. But maybe this is about just letting go of the how, what it's going to look like. My son Tane, when he was about 9 years old or so, I was having trouble with a novel. You may have heard me talk about this before. I was having trouble with my novel, and I was going to have to rewrite it again. And I shared with him, because I think it's important for adults to share when they are having difficulties with kids so they don't see that everything is easy. I told him I was having trouble with this, and he said, "Well, Mama, maybe you should pray to God about it." But here's the thing. He also told me, but it may not turn out how you expect. Right? So he knew that prayers are not answered. Hope does not manifest in exactly the way that we think it's going to be. And that's the thing that we have to be okay with. And it's about being light and open and holding that hope like a bird, and not being crunched up and hard and stiff and thinking that, okay, when this is all going to be different, I can just let go. But if you're hard and balled up like this, that makes you more fragile, and you can break, especially if that hope doesn't come through in the way that you think it's going to, or that you think it's supposed to. So think about that. Think about what hope on any given day can look like. I'm hopeful just because today there's sun when yesterday there was none. I'm hopeful because my friend Karen Bender, who is also on the faculty of the Alma MFA, talked about patience in a video that I put up on our MFA Facebook page yesterday. She talked about patience and how that patience can be fulfilled in a piece of writing turning out the way you want it to be, mainly because you spent the time to sit with it. To me, that's hopeful, that you can spend the time and that it will turn out, this piece of writing will become different for you in a way that you didn't expect. So how are you holding hope? Do you need to release your grip on it? Do you need to be softer? I think about Morgan Freeman at the end of Shawshank Redemption. And I think about how he hopes that the Pacific will be as blue as it is in his dreams. How he marvels just simply because he can hope. I hope you can hope in that way. And may you feel the possibilities of that kind of hope. I'll see you next week. You take care. I'm going to keep walking. I'll see you again soon.